Hello, I'm John Bachman. More fallout from Ferguson, Missouri. There are new reports out that police chief John Jackson might resign later today. The move comes after a scathing Justice Department report that uncovered widespread racial bias in the department. According to the State Department, the report was prompted by last summer's unrest in Ferguson, sparked by the fatal shooting of unarmed teenager Michael Brown. Officer Darren Wilson was not charged. Yesterday, Ferguson the city manager, stepped down in the wake of that same federal report. The Associated Press wants Hillary Clinton's emails, and they're going to go to court to try and get them. The AP filed a lawsuit against the State Department for access to Clinton's emails during her time as Secretary of State. The AP says it filed the suit after several unsuccessful attempts for access under the Freedom of Information Act. The State Department is notoriously awful with these types of requests. The move comes a day after Clinton broke her silence about using private emails instead of a government account for official state business. Also, the State Department's internal watchdog has found that many employees are not properly preserving their emails as required by law. In Florida, the search continues for the missing Marine and soldiers. The Coast Guard says it's searching a 50-square-mile area along the coast of the Florida Panhandle. They're looking for 7 Marines and 4 soldiers who are presumed dead after their helicopter crashed last night during a training mission. The Army Black Hawk chopper went down near Elgin Air Force Base. Heavy fog has hampered the search, or at least it did earlier today. Debris started washing up on the beach several hours after that chopper disappeared. No word yet on the cause of the crash, but officials again did say that foggy weather may have played a role. The White House says President Obama is expressing his condolences to the families of those killed in the crash. And the fight against ISIS is front and center on Capitol Hill today.
Bipartisan support for an AUMF would send an important signal of national support to those who are serving in harm's way conducting this mission.
Joint Chiefs Chairman Martin Dempsey, along with Secretary of State John Kerry and Defense Secretary Ashton Carter, testified before the Senate Foreign Relations Committee. They are urging lawmakers to grant the president's request to expand war powers to battle ISIS terrorists. Republican Bob Corker, chair of that committee, pointed out that even some Democrats in Congress don't support that proposal. NASCAR reinstates driver Kurt Busch. This comes after less than a week after Delaware's Attorney General decided not to press domestic violence charges against Busch in a case connected to his ex-girlfriend. She claims he grabbed her by the neck and slammed her head against the wall back in September. But prosecutors say there was not enough evidence to bring a case against Busch. So look for him back out on the track. And lots of frustration for Apple customers today. Its iTunes and app stores are still experiencing outages. Apple is blaming it on an internal denial of service error, whatever that means. Analysts say Apple is losing about $2 million for every hour its store's been offline. That's 9 hours thus far. A lot of money there. Got your Newsmax update. We're coming back with another one in 30 minutes. We'll now send it back to the Steve Malzberg Show live from New York.